What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Fast. Today, let's get started with Charles Oliveira shares honest thoughts on Ilia Topuria, possibly receiving lightweight title shot over him. Islam Makhachev is currently awaiting his next challenger, but it's still unclear who he will be fighting. Topuria recently relinquished his featherweight championship due to weight-cutting issues and expressed interest in becoming a two-division champion. He has also made a valid argument for why he believes he is most deserving of the next title shot. It's been 15 years in the UFC, respecting everybody. I've said it already. My story is written there. Everybody can see it. He's coming from a champion of featherweight division and now trying to come up and show this. But I have firepower in my wrists and I'm really focused on the belt itself. It's not about who it's going to be on my way, but getting the belt. I really respect his fights, the way he's come up and everything, but he's being very disrespectful now and is saying a lot of things that he shouldn't. Bottom line is, Makhachev is the guy that has to be beat. So if Topuria is the next one to fight him, then so be it. I'm just an employee here. If he's given the chance and not me, I'm gonna keep fighting, I'm gonna keep preparing, and I'm gonna keep waiting for my turn to come around. But it is what it is. I don't think much about it. I'll fight whoever comes to fight me, and that's about it. Michael Chandler doubts Ilia Topuria walks around at 190 pounds. Topuria's manager claimed that Topuria used to cut almost 50 pounds to make the 145-pound featherweight limit, which is what prompted him to vacate his title for a move up to lightweight. Chandler thinks the claim by Topuria's manager is an over-embellishment. I think he's lying about the weight a little bit. I don't think he weighs 190 pounds. I've seen the man. I've stood next to the man. We've had conversations. With that being said, yeah, I think it would be cool for him to come in and fight somebody inside the top 5 to get the title shot. Topuria fought once at lightweight when he knocked out Jai Herbert to earn his first UFC bonus in March 2022. He then moved back down to featherweight, where he went on a run which included dethroning Alexander Volkanovski to become champion, then defending his belt against Max Holloway with another knockout at UFC 308. Conventional wisdom would say yes, he should not jump straight in with Makhachev. His 4th fight in the UFC was at lightweight. He got dropped by a head kick. Now, I'm not going to say that is going to happen, or us lightweights are so much bigger and badder than the little featherweights. Ex-UFC champ Kamaru Usman zeroes in on next opponent. Sean Brady is on top of Kamaru Usman's hit list after UFC Fight Night 255. Both Henry Cejudo and manager Ali Abdelaziz pitched the idea of Usman versus Brady next. Usman was impressed with Brady's performance and is on board with the suggestion. That's a good point, Henry, because when you look at styles and the way that fights work, myself and Colby Covington, what did everyone say? Oh, they're both wrestlers. They're both economical fighters. And you saw what that turned out to be. Alright, we cancel each other out. We ain't even gonna try to grapple, let's bang it out. Hey, this has the potential to be one of those fights. I like Sean Brady. I like the way he approaches the game. And of course he's training with Din Thomas now, so that adds an extra element to the game. I like both, but I want to keep that streak of beating all of Din Thomas's guys. Usman will look to rebound from a 3-fight losing skid. The former welterweight champion gave his order of preference on whom he wants next, with Brady number 1 on that list. If I had to pick the order, I would say Brady, Shavkat, Buckley. That's what makes sense because the winner of Brady and I, we fight for the title next. Because if you look at what Sean Brady just did, he just took out a former champion. Alex Pereira addresses Joe Rogan's claim that he fought injured at UFC 313. Pereira lost the light heavyweight title to Magomed Ankalaev by unanimous decision in their main event earlier this month at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. I'm not trying to take credit away from Ankalaev. Many people try to do that kind of thing, and I'm not this type of guy. Everybody goes through problems, and I'm sure he had his own problems too. I had mine. My hand is fine, but it did affect things. But I don't want to use that as an excuse. I don't want to make excuses. I don't want to use this as leverage for anything. My moment is going to come to win the belt, and then I can disclose everything for you guys. Yes, I considered not fighting at UFC 313. It was one of the more complicated fight camps from everything that happened. I don't regret it because I've conquered a lot. I've motivated a lot of people, and anytime I've pushed through things, I was able to overcome. Many times it worked, but this time it wasn't my moment. Tom Aspinall accuses UFC heavyweight champion Jon Jones of avoiding 2 major challenges in his career. First one being himself, as it's been over 500 days that Aspinall has held the interim heavyweight title without getting the opportunity to unify it against Jones. The other fighter Aspinall is referring to is former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou, who parted ways with the promotion during Jones's 3-year transition from light heavyweight to heavyweight. Yes, absolutely, he's scared. The thing with Jon is conning the public, man. I'm not disputing that he's an amazing fighter. I think the fact that he didn't want to fight Ngannou for 3 years, and now he doesn't want to fight me over a year, and just the way he manipulates the media and the public is super smart. I'm not taking anything away from him, but do I think he's scared to take the tough fights at this stage in his career? Absolutely. I can understand it. I respect it. But if you're going to ask me the straight-up question, is Jon Jones afraid to fight me? The honest answer would be yes.